What is going on, guys? Today we got a brand new video with the Off Road Mazda 3. Today we're going to be continuing the project of lifting this bad boy. There's a couple things that you guys need to know. A few months ago, the front lift of this was actually already attempted and half installed. Little do you guys know, because I never told you, there are actually brand new Mazda 5 front springs in this on a set of replaced struts. Mazda 3 OEM struts, of course, but the Mazda 5 front springs, which actually gives it quite a bit more of a lift and quite noticeable. I'd say maybe a half an inch or maybe 3/4 of an inch. Now another thing was I ordered a spacer kit for the struts and we were trying to install them at that time, but I actually ordered the wrong strut. We were filming a video on this and we pretty much just put the 5 springs in, cut the video because, well, it wasn't worth it. And it's been on Mazda 5 front springs for actually since last year. Today we are going to continue that by putting in rear Mazda 5 springs. The reason why it took us forever to do the Mazda 5 springs is because my rear lower control arms, the bolt that goes into here pretty much welds itself to that control arm bushing and the bolt doesn't come out. So I got new rear lower control arms, got the shop to replace them because, well, as you guys can see, things needed to be cut and I don't have that stomping power. So now since those are done, we have that access to lift the rear of this car up. So in case you guys are wondering, the whole Mazda 5 suspension is going to give you a lift of about 3/4 of an inch. I didn't measure it exactly, but it's gonna be about half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. I was quite impressed with the front. I'm not sure how well the rears are gonna do, but and keep in mind, this is only the spring lift. The Mazda 5 struts are actually the same as the Mazda 3s, but the Mazda 5 springs are a little bit stiffer, which gives you that necessary lift. And on another note with this car, things are gonna be changing a bit with this. Stay till the end of the video and, well, you guys will find out. On another note, I got another huge Hot Wheel collection, another City Turbo, a nice Prelude, Range Rover 300 ZX, NSX, 2000 GT, Integra GSR, a blue Miata, I don't think I have one of these, Tundra, a blue NSX, a custom Ford Mustang, and a white Tesla Model 3. This thing is quite nice. On that note, I have a huge stack of Hot Wheels that need to go on the Hot Wheel wall, but I don't have any pins. So once I get pins, this is probably gonna extend out quite far. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into doing some car stuff. Getting into this quick and easy. These should come out, hopefully. So obviously the end links are out here, so I can go ahead and remove this spring right away by removing this bolt. So here are the 2 springs. They are the exact same height. This one, like I can feel this one's a little heavier, stiffer. So all you need to do is just pop this right off and get started with your day. Oh Jesus, I'm gonna have to compress this. Kind of went ahead and installed it. It was pretty intense. It's a lot of pressure on there. These are a lot stiffer than the old ones. So we're gonna release this from the jack pressure, the pressure that the jack's holding, and see if something blows up. All I'm saying is we're definitely getting a lift. Oh, this one's not even close. Move this thing with your jack. Get to that sweet point. I'll tell you guys one thing right now. Lowering your cars is a lot easier. Both our rear Mazda 5 springs are in. All right, my dudes, it is all bolted up. See what kind of lifts we got here. Well, the first test is to see if we can even get the wheels on with the height that the car's lifted up. If we can't, then we know that we got a pretty big lift out of it. Let's drop this thing. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, that definitely sits a lot higher. Oh baby, look at that gap. That's a lift and a half right there. Okay. So I know I didn't measure and I actually should have measured, I'm sorry. The Mazda 5 springs do work. Look at this thing. Oh yeah, that is sweet. Look at the clearance off the ground. on that back end. That back end is tight. Okay, this project worked. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna say it's not doable. It's definitely doable. When we had these fitted on before, I didn't have that much space, for sure. Like, these Mazda 5 springs have lifted this so much. Like, if I remember, we had like, maybe like the fender was about right here. So we've gone up quite a bit with those springs. I know the rears would be fine to run with these, and I might just do it for the meme. The only problem that we're running into is obviously our turning radius. Yeah, so as you guys, like, it rubs going in. All right, let's hit it. So besides my alignment being the worst alignment I've ever had in my life, everything's driving great. I haven't driven this actually for a long time. I never drove it after I did the control arms, but everything seems good. So off to the wash. And here it is, guys. Your final look at the Mazda 5 spring lifted Mazda 3. This thing looks a lot better since it's washed now. I sprayed out the inside and like got rid of a bunch of dirt and doo-doo. So especially like back here, the shock tower is actually like partially clean for the most part, like it wasn't before. I just needed a pressure washer. This thing like just leaked. So yeah, it rides nice. And if I had to give a review of the Mazda 5 springs, the front is stiffer and the rear stiffer. It's almost like putting Mazda Speed 3 springs in your Mazda 3. It's like the same scenario, and I've done that before. With this is like those back springs especially are stiff. So if you guys are looking into this, I think this will be a good, you know, addition for a raised car in the winter time, or you know, if you're doing what I'm doing and you're gonna, you know, drive it off road and stuff like that. Like I said earlier in the video, I wanted to mention about something with this car is I'm not sure about the future of this car right now. You guys go, oh no, do this again. Sometimes, you know, you break shit when you work on cars, but when you literally, like, every time you do something on a car and every time something else has to be replaced or something breaks, it just becomes a pain in the ass. I think I went wrong getting the rusty dusty. If this thing wasn't as dusty, I wouldn't have many problems, but I've seen some weird looking bolts. Rust literally almost eating through bolts. Like, it's crazy. So further on, I mean, this is moving out of the focus anyway. As the season changes, this is going to be coming out from under the covers, and obviously we're focusing on the Miata. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe button, leave a like, and comment down below what you guys think about the lifted Mazda 3. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it once again. Keep it real. I'll see y'all in the next one.